Part 7. Why does he do that? The book by Lundy Bancroft on domestic violence and abusive men. Reality number 2. He feels entitled. Entitlement is the abuser's belief that he has special status and that it provides him with exclusive rights and privileges that do not apply to his partner. Attitudes that drive abuse can be summarized in this one word: entitlement. To understand entitlement, let's look at how rights should be properly conceived of in a healthy, functioning couple or family. Take a look at these 3 circles. This is a man, and this is a woman, and this represents the children's rights. The man and woman's rights should be the same size, and the children, they also have rights, just slightly smaller. So what do they have the rights to? They have the rights to their own opinions and desires, and to be respected, to have a 50% say in decision making, to live free from verbal abuse and physical harm. And the children's rights are somewhat smaller, but they don't have the rights to make decisions because of their limited experiences. However, they do have a right to live free from abuse and fear, to be treated with respect, and to have their voices heard on issues that concern them. However, an abuser perceives the rights of the family like this. This is the man's rights in this giant circle, and this is the woman's rights, and these are the children's rights. So the rights of his partner and children diminish significantly, but his rights are greatly inflated. And his fundamental task as a counselor in an abuser program is to expand the abuser's perception of his partner's and children's rights. What actually happens in some families is that not only is the woman's rights smaller, sometimes the children's rights are actually bigger than the woman's rights. And what this may result in is the abused woman may develop bitterness and resentment for her children because she perceives that they have more rights than she does. And unfortunately, this leads to verbal and emotional abuse of her children if she herself is emotionally immature. So what are some of these rights that an abusive man feels he is entitled to? Physical caretaking, emotional caretaking, sexual caretaking, deference, and freedom from accountability. What are physical caretaking? Essentially, this is the more traditional-minded abuser, and he sees his woman as an unpaid servant. He expects his partner to make dinner for him the way he likes it, looks after the children, clean the house, and perform an endless, continuing list of additional tasks. Things he might say are something like this: I work my butt off all day, and when I come home, I expect a little peace and quiet. Is that too much to ask? Interwoven with the abuser's overvaluation of his own work is the devaluation of his partner's labor. See if any of this sounds familiar. I don't know what the hell she does all day. I come home and the house is a mess. The children haven't been fed and she is on her phone scrolling on social media. If she works outside of the home, he will insist that her job is easier compared to his, or it's just a hobby. Rights number 2 that an abuser feels entitled to is emotional caretaking, which is more common to the modern abuser. Just as likely as he is to explode when he doesn't have his dinner on time, the way he likes it is the one who explodes when his partner gets tired of listening to him talk endlessly about himself, or if she just wants to relax and do something that she enjoys, or because she didn't drop everything to soothe him when he is feeling down or stressed from work, or because she failed to anticipate his needs and desires that he didn't express. And they often hide the high emotional demands by cloaking them as something else. An abuser can seem emotionally needy, and you can get caught in a trap of catering to him, trying to fill a bottomless pit. But he's not so much needy as entitled. So no matter how much you give him, it will never be enough. He will just keep coming out with more and more demands because he believes that his needs are your responsibility until you feel drained down to nothing. Number 3, sexual caretaking. So he considers it his partner's duty to keep him sexually satisfied, and he may not accept having his sexual advances rejected, yet turn her down whenever he feels like it. Her needs are not important at all. It says here, a few are gay and they use their female partners for window dressing. This style of abuser loses interest in sex if his partner starts to assert herself as an equal human being deserving of respect, or he begins to coerce or assault her sexually. In short, he wants sex on his terms or not at all. Number 4, deference refers to an abuser's entitlement to have his taste and opinions treated as edicts. Once he has made the pronouncement that a certain move is shallow or stupid, then his partner is supposed to accept his view unquestioningly. It is especially important to him that she does not disagree with him in front of other people. She is not to question his ideas. Number 5, freedom from accountability. An abusive man considers himself above criticism. If his partner attempts to raise her grievances, she is nagging or provoking him. He believes he should be permitted to ignore the damage his behavior is causing, and he may become retaliatory to anyone who tries to get him to look at it. The abusive man's high entitlement leads him to have unfair and unreasonable expectations, so that the relationship revolves around his demands. His attitude is, you owe me. For every ounce that he gives, he wants a pound in return. He wants his partner to devote herself fully to catering to him, even if that means her own needs or her children's gets neglected. You can pour all your energy into keeping your partner content, but if he has this mindset, he'll never be satisfied for long, and he will keep feeling you are controlling him. Many men feel specifically entitled to use violence. And this study is a little bit outdated. It was in 1997, found that 10% believed that it was acceptable to hit a female partner for refusing to have sex. And 20% believed that it was acceptable to do so if the man suspected her of cheating. Studies have found similar statistics regarding young men's beliefs that they have a right to force a female to have sex if they have spent a substantial amount of money on the evening's entertainment, or if the woman started wanting sex and then changed her mind. So, no consent. These studies point to the importance of focusing on changing the entitled attitudes of abusers rather than attempting to find something wrong in their individual psychology. So again, therapy does not work for abusers. The difference between therapy and an abuser program is an abuser program attempts to hold the abuser's feet to the fire, challenging their mentality of entitlement and control.